Hello, everybody. Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. See who pops on to say hello to. It's a gloomy day in Detroit today. Hi, Amanda. How's it going? Hope it's going good. Chimes are ringing. Yep. Hi, Haley. How's it going? Hey, Susan. Hey, Jody. What's up? Hey, Kathy. What's up? I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. You guys have heard me talk about the Energy Blast on Monday with Tammy Braswell. Bingo. Great. Set your whole week off to a beautiful start. So yeah, I'm okay. Just got in with an hour-long mediumship reading. So, thank you, Amanda. Yep. So I'm okay. Yeah. You know, I love Taurian energy. So this is my favorite month of the year. So got another couple, I think, like 12 days left. So I'm working like hell trying to get all my stuff done before we go into Gemini. So, yeah. It's always a letdown. Yeah, yep. So things are good. Things are good, things are good. Lots of new stuff coming, you guys. Yep, lots of new programs, lots of new videos. Yeah, all kinds of growth. Kinds of cool stuff. Yeah. So that energy stuff is off the chain. I mean, yep. I right, Jody? Us Capricorns we love Taurian energy. It's grounded, it's happy, it's good, it's clearing. Gosh, get out of our head and just like flow. It's just so amazing how the energy just spreads out across the horizon in the universe. It's beautiful. And all kinds of cool stuff comes to us. Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff comes to us. So it's definitely a month to look forward to. Jody, are you Gemini? I thought you were Taurus. Oh, I thought you were a Taurus. Yeah. So, but it's wonderful. This time of year is good. I know, right, Kathy? It's good flow. Good flow. Oh, you're May 28th. I got you. Yeah, you are Gemini. Go ahead, Amanda. That's right. Grab every blessing you got, sister. Yep. Oh, that's that. Do you know what your rising sign is in your birth chart, Jody? Because you definitely have masculine energy. You definitely have like earth energy. Yeah. So, yeah, that's good. Grounding energy is good. Very good, very good, very good. Yeah. So, wait a couple more minutes, see who pops on here. If not, we're going to start. I have to reconfigure my head. I just got done with a mediumship reading for an hour. There's Michelle. I think that's Michelle. Yep. Hi, Michelle. You haven't popped on the screen yet, but I saw your face, so that's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Oh, there she is. Hi, Michelle. Yep. And Pamela, how's it going? Your grandchildren are beautiful, my dear. Absolutely beautiful. Hi, Kathy. How's it going for you? You doing okay? Yes. Hi, Sherry. How are you? I'm glad you joined us again. How was your week since we talked to each other on Coaching for the Soul last week? Hope it's good. Yeah, hope it was good. You know, things are moving quickly, guys. I'm telling you, they're moving quickly. You know, energy is picking people up. I mean, Spirit just showed me picking carrots out of the ground, shaking the dirt off them, and throwing them in a truck. Yep, throwing them in a truck. So, meaning it's time to go. Time to go, time to go, time to go. Get the dirt off. Get that third dimensional energy off from around your legs, off your feet. Yep. Get lightweight and let's go. Let's move. Yep. Yes, your grandchildren, Pamela, are absolutely just beautiful. Not that children are not in general, but oh my gosh. They definitely a good match with Stephanie and her husband. Those babies are beautiful. Yep. Yes, beautiful. So, okay. So he wants me to start. Okay, so we're going to start. Okay. Let me go where we need to go for this. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. It's turning pages in a book. I don't know why. So I have to learning. Okay. He keeps saying learn. Sorry, guys. Okay, something about taking care of yourself. Okay, so let me find out. I had everything perfectly done, perfectly set up in my head earlier. I know, I don't know. You got to stop on a page. Okay. Okay. He keeps saying protecting your energy, protecting your energy, protecting your energy. Protecting where you give it. Oh my gosh. He's talking about things that are like totally like not what we need to talk about. So Spirit, we have to get on the page. Okay, got you. Same page. Okay. Okay. Okay, so he just said this. Hi, Sissy. Hi, hey, Chrissy, how are you? So he just said, this might be a letdown from what you were doing before this. So he wants me to be prepared. I don't think so. I think we'll still be up with high vibration. Okay? Okay, that's what it is. Okay. He wants me to talk about, again, vibration and taking care of ourselves and making sure that we understand that we are, going into energy that we've never experienced before, he says. It's already begun. We talked about that before. But the big lift up, the big pick me up, the big push, he says, is coming in June. Okay? He wants people to be prepared for that. Be prepared for glory. Be prepared for greatness. Be prepared for all that life has to offer, because it will be presented to you, he says. Take advantage. Do not, hey, Sherry. Do not stop and wonder, he says. Do not stop and wonder if it's real. Do not hesitate. Do not stop and wonder if it's real, he says. Do not stop and wonder if it's real. He says, because everything that you're seeing, he just showed me, you know how in Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy comes out of the house, when it fell on Oz and all of a sudden it's color, that's what he's showing me right now. He says the world will look different. The world will look different starting in June. He wants everybody I want everybody to be prepared. I want everybody to understand that that what you see and what you feel is real. That the happiness is real. Clear yourself of that fear energy, he says. Work on that. Work on that. Work on that as we move forward. Okay? The world is opened up. The world is good. You'll be presented with all kinds of goodness. He doesn't want anybody to miss out on that, to miss out on the abundance, to miss out on on, and he shows me, okay, hang on. He shows me pictures of things, not for myself, must be for you guys and others who will watch this later, of things that are coming to them. Interesting. Ooh, interesting. It is not too good to be true, he says. What you'll be receiving this summer, early fall, he shows me September, okay? Early fall, September, are real, okay? Now's the time to ask for what you want. Now's the time to set your intention. Now's the time to do your work. Now's the time, he says, to have a picture in your mind on what you want, okay? Not what you need, but what you want. And the reason he doesn't want you to fixate on the needs is because needs are third dimensional, he says. Wants are what you truly want, of what you want for yourself, what you want for your life, what you want for your family, what you want for your children, what you want. And do not make it broad, make it specific, he says. Set your intention every day. Imagine it in your head, he says. Imagine it here, what it looks like. Chimes. Picture it. Easiest way to manifest anything in the new energy is to picture it in your mind. And be comfortable with that, right? Because a lot of people are not comfortable visualizing things, okay? They're not comfortable looking at things and letting stuff go, right? They're not comfortable with raising their vibration. Hey, Jessica. They're not comfortable with really wanting to know who they are, okay? And what and who you're becoming. He says, and your life's destiny, all right? That energy is already here, he says, okay? But it's under the cloud. It isn't under darkness. It's just behind the cloud, okay? Behind the cloud. Okay. Understand this is your one chance to get what you want, okay? Do not let fear keep you from opening the door, okay? Don't let fear have you lock the door, shut the windows, right? The whole thing of isolation. You have already been through that with the pandemic, okay? And this is the start of your new life, your new energy life, he says, of understanding more and more and more about yourself and about the way the world works and how the way the world looks. And he says, bat away negative energy, bat away negative thoughts, bat away, okay? Does that make sense? Right? And that's about talking, right? Oh, no, God, that, right? No, ego, that's not, we're not listening to that because that's a lie, right? That's what it's all about. Yep, that's what it's all about. Of course it is, Susan. Yes. Hey, I think that's Frankie. I think it's Frankie that just popped on. So again, understanding, guys, the window might close, but hang on. The window might close, but we're not sure if it'll open again. Okay? Because they don't want you to wait. They don't want you to go, no, I'll wait for the second round. No, I'll wait for the third round. Well, hell, then it's 5, 6, 7 years later, and you're like, okay, how come nothing happened? Because you didn't open up the door, right? Didn't keep the door open to receiving, right? And it's so hard for people to receive, right? It's so hard. I know. He says, because human thinks, oh my God, it can't be true. Oh my God, this can't be happening. Oh my God, this can't be true. What's happening? And it will happen more and more if you just believe. If you just believe that it's true. If you just walk that way, he says. If you just walk and walk and walk and pay attention and be conscious and understand that good things are on both sides of you. It's your destiny, he says. Leave that in the past. Leave all that stuff in the past. That's what COVID was for. That's what the last year was for. I know. But some will put it on their back and carry it, thinking that they have to, because they don't want to, because they think it's their job to do so. It's not. It's not. Like everything else. Get it off your back, get it off your chest, just let it go. Let it go. Michelle, some will. Okay? Others will just be presented. That got there, right? That got chimes, Michelle. Yeah. Some will be. Again, it depends upon how clear you are about what you want. And when things, I know. Spirit says, when the dominoes fall in a good way, grab it. Grab it. Grab it. Grab the goodness, he says. Grab the happiness. Grab the money. If the sun presents itself to you, grab it. That makes sense? Sun's power. It's beauty. It's everything you possibly imagine. Right? So if those things present themselves to you, grab it. Grab everything you can until your bag is full. And he shows me like a tote bag. Okay? Grab it. You're all entitled to goodness. You're all entitled to goodness. Okay? But he's afraid people won't accept it. They're afraid human will not accept it. Okay? Because they accept so little. He says they accept so little, Bill. They accept so little. Hi, Dorothy. How's it going? Yeah. Open your arms to abundance, he says. Open your arms to abundance. Do your work and open your arms to abundance, right? So do your guided meditations, preferably by Steve Noble, because I know they work. Talk, right? Going to talk about that in a minute, right? Again, and understanding that that's the way to open yourself up, is to talk out loud. Talk out loud about what you want. Talk about what you're pissed off about. Talk. Get all that energy out of the inside of your body and let it go to the universe, right? Let it go, right? When a song you hear that you love comes on, sing to it. I'm telling you, dance around with it. It's all about getting your body moving, getting your mind moving, so you're not trapped in this. I know. Spirit says you're not trapped in the system of the past. Okay? In the next 5 years, most worry will go away, will dissipate. Hi, Kiki. I haven't seen you. How are you doing? Yeah. Okay? So in the next 5 years, most of the worry will go away because you'll be more advanced. You will understand that there is no worry, right? The only way that you have worry is when you have ego. And ego's not a bad thing, guys. Trust me. Lower ego is the bad thing. Higher ego is bonus. That's the one thing that knows everything. That is part of, I know. Spirit says higher ego is part of the equation, which is true. It's lower ego that gets us into trouble, right? That has all that crap from past lives, all that crap from our childhood that keeps us trapped. Yep. Yeah. See? So Kiki, are you allowing yourself to thrive, Spirit says? Let it come. Let it come. Take every good thing you can get. Without question, Spirit says. Okay? He says, it's surprising how many people are presented with money and they're suspicious. Yeah. Hi, Shay. Well, Shay, I have videos on my YouTube channel about that, and if Spirit wants me to, I will touch on it later in this hour. Okay? Okay? But I do have prior coaching for the souls, but I also have 2 or 3 minute videos on my YouTube channel that have to do with ego, and it can help you understand what it's for, what it's not for. Okay, so we're gonna go. So we're gonna go from that, and we're gonna switch to talking out loud, right, and understanding that. And I'm gonna give you a scenario. Let's say that you lose, that somebody, like your pets die, or you lose a family member, or you're in sorrow, right? And you don't feel comfortable saying the things out loud, and so it just stays inside your body, right? And ego grabs that, right? And it just churns that baby out. And you cry, and you cry, and you cry, and you cry, and you're upset, and you withdraw, and all those kinds of things, right? It's about talking out loud. I'm telling you, talking out loud. I don't know, I say this probably every week. That's the easiest way to let go of the energy that is in your body and out of your head. I'm telling you, that's the best way. That's the best way to do it. Okay, is to talk out loud, talk to Spirit, right? I mean, it's so important to do, because Spirit, I need you to help me, right? They can't hear you in your head, and when you express what you want to express, bawling your eyes out, pissed off as hell, doesn't matter. Happy as a clam, right? My God, Spirit, today lunch was fabulous. It was fantastic. I never expected it to be that good, but it was great. Thank you, right? Doesn't really matter what you say thanks for, right? Doesn't really matter what you are upset about, right? It is all about making sure that you let it out. Do not keep it inside. Do not keep it inside your body. And Spirit always says, lighten your load. Lighten your load up so that you don't have to continually sit there and I know. He says, don't allow it to marinate. It doesn't do you any good to marinate, right? It doesn't at all. Because all your ego is doing is taking it and using it against you, making you feel worse, right? Reach out to a friend, right? If they can understand what you're going through. If they can't, okay, right? And understand that eventually someone's going to say, if you don't do it yourself, right? You need to start to let that go. You need to start to heal. You need to start to do all the kind of things that you need to do, right? And I'll just say this about the reading that I just did. Was a person passed away a year ago. He was shot, and his mom and his family cannot let him go. They just can't let it. They just cannot let it go, and they need to, right? They need to the point where he's here. His spirit is here, taking care of whatever he can. His children, his mother, his sisters, whatever, right? But they're getting ready to take him back. Okay, because you're not helping them to heal, because that's what it's all about. Is when you have a loss, you have a certain amount of time, you got to allow yourself to heal. The thing you don't want to do is push it down and keep it inside your body. Again, letting it out, talking about it, asking Spirit to help you out, right? Asking, I don't want to sneeze, Archangel Raphael to heal you, right? Hi, Joyce. To surround your heart with divine, beautiful emerald green energy, right? And just make me whole, make me feel better. I need you to help me. And guess what happens when you're sleeping? Yeah, see, maybe you gotta do it once or twice, but that's what it's all about. See, and Dorothy, the answer is yes. Understanding, right, that they can only be here for so long. That's the longest time I've ever heard or had anybody be here for over a year, dealing with what he needed to deal with, and now they're getting ready to take him back. Like, no, you got to come up. You got to come up here. You got to let them heal, right? And we all know how that feels like if you lose a mom or a dad or a dog or a cat or a goldfish or whatever it is, right? Whatever you are deeply attached to. Yeah, we have to, that's our, I know, Spirit says, because that's our journey. Our journey is to heal ourselves. Our journey is to go through and feel it. And then heal ourselves, right? By talking. That's why, I know, Spirit says, that's why when people get together, right? And they talk about, let's say they talk about after a funeral, right? Blah, 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 blah. Makes everybody feel better because you're talking. Getting the energy out of your body and you're giving it up to the universe. Putting it out there so that they can hold it in honor, Spirit says, and then they let it go, right? To honor the person. That's what it's all about. Going through that process and letting it, and again, letting the energy out of our bodies, right? And talking out loud. It's this, I know. So Spirit says, it's the same way when people go to church, right? They go to church after somebody passed away to be there and be in God's energy, right? Which is a universal energy. And talk to the priest or talk to the father, whatever it is, right? They just talk, right? Makes them feel better. Do that in your own house. Do it in your car. Do it in your bedroom. Do it in the shower. See? When you do it. It doesn't matter when you do it. It's about being conscious enough to understand that I have to relieve this energy that's in my body, this hurt, this pain, this happiness, right? My God, today's fabulous, Spirit. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, it's great. I'm so thankful for today. Today's lunch was wonderful. Thank you. Whatever it is, it can be the littlest thing that makes you happy, right? That's what it's all about. See? Is, hi, Pamela. How's it going? And doing that every day, right? Now, does that mean that you got to complain and bitch every day? No. That's on you, not on them, right? But it's about, okay, why do I feel like that? Why do I? See? Again, self-awareness, being conscious. And that's what's so important about moving forward. Because just like Spirit was saying before, as we move into June, right? June energy. I know. As we move into June energy, he says, you have to be conscious of the things that are coming to you. I know. And picturing that in your, he calls it your mind's eye, right? In your imagination, inside your head. Going, yeah, I can see myself in there. I do that a lot with the house I'm going to buy in Kihei, Maui. When chimes, the money arrives, I can buy that house and I can move with Bailey and Lee and whatever's going on, right? And so, hey, Kimberly. And so, doing those types of things, and understanding that visualization works. It truly does. It truly works. And making sure that you do it as often as you can, right? I mean, I visualize in my shower. I visualize myself taking a shower in the house because of the video of my house on YouTube. So I know it's there. And I've seen it probably 25 times, right? Within the last 3 years. But that's what it's all about, is visualizing, because eventually it will happen, right? And as Spirit said, June's going to be a pretty good time. July, August, and I know. And remember when he said that probably 6 months ago, that April and that March and April will be pretty good. May, June, July, and August is going to be fabulous. It's going to be a great summer. It's going to be fantastic, right? It's going to happen like that. And right now they say May and June's energy is going to be phenomenal. Well, so far May's been pretty good because of Taurus, right? And I'll take it into June too, right? Because I know. He says it's building, and that's what it's all about, right? Is when it does build, grabbing it and putting it in your tote bag, right? I want that. Yeah, see? Because I'm talking out loud. I'm letting all my energy out, good or bad. I'm getting rid of it. I'm giving it up to the universe, right? I'm doing my guided meditations. I'm asking, okay, what is this? Why am I feeling? Consciousness, 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 consciousness. That's what it's about. See? The more conscious you are about how you feel, about what you think about what you watch on TV, about what you watch on YouTube, what you watch anywhere, right? That energy affects you, good or bad, right? It does. It truly, truly, truly does, right? Not that you shouldn't pay attention to the outside world because you need to know what the hell's going on, but it doesn't mean you have to have a full table full of political issues or world issues every single night at dinner, right? You don't have to. It's about finding other things that make you happy, right? Like Lee says to me, trust me, Bill, when you die, you'll have buds in and music on your iPad as you die. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Yeah, you know. He says you'll be at your funeral and your foot will be moving. And probably so. I'll make sure that happens, Lee, just for you, right? It makes me happy. Music makes me happy, very happy. Find what makes you happy. Is it flowers? Is it earthing, right? Is it going outside and putting your feet on the ground on that beautiful earth when it gets warmer outside for me, and just walking around the grass? Sitting your butt on the ground? Bingo. Just sitting there, imagining you connecting to the earth through your root chakra and the bottom of your feet and the palms of your hands if you're going to do this. Like right, if you're going to lean back on your hands, whatever it is, your elbows, whatever. Yeah. I'm telling you, that is phenomenal. Unfortunately, we can't really do that in the wintertime. It makes it kind of tough, right? But just being conscious of that, right? Just being conscious of earthing. Taking your shoes off and being on the earth, right? That's why growing up, we never had shoes on. My mother had to fight with us to put our freaking shoes on, our sneakers on. There was no way. We were barefoot. We didn't have flip-flops. They got in the way. Flip-flops got in the way. Sandals got in the way. I want to be barefoot. It's fine, right? And many, many times, people that do not wear shoes are much more connected to themselves. And the more that you know about yourself, the more that you know about what you need to let go of, right? Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. And that's what it's all about, is knowing how to take care of yourself, Spirit says. How to know if that's taking a walk through the woods, right? That's going to the beach and sitting on the sand, right? Feet in the sand, butt in the sand, just sitting there listening to the waves. That is heaven. That is heaven. See? But finding that and making yourself do it, that's the key. Not making excuses, ego, right? Well, I got to wash the kitchen floor, and who's going to do this? And I got to do... No, you don't. No. Get yourself outside and take your shoes off. Get yourself to the beach, sit in the sand with your shoes off, right? Just letting all of that energy just imagine it all flowing from your crown, right? From your top of your head, the crown chakra, right through your body. And just I know. Spirit says, like a freaking drain that just got unclogged. Just let it out the bottom of your feet, out your crown, out your root chakra. That's what it's about, right? As you do that, you know more and more and more and more. See? Because sometimes there's residue from talking out loud, Spirit says. And that's what you, when you're outside barefooted, that's what you earth. Give it to the earth. Let them burn it up. Hi, Carrie Ann. You know, that's what it's all about. Again, knowing, right? And not letting anybody tell you no. Don't tell yourself no. Tell yourself yes, right? Especially as we go into new energy and the wonderful energy Spirit was talking about in the month of June. I mean, I know. Spirit says, don't deny yourself. Please don't deny yourself. Thinking, well, you know, I don't deserve it, or ego. Ego. Yeah. I know. Take the time to take care of yourself. Take the time to do what you know you need to do. Understanding who you are, letting stuff go, being prepared. Hi, Elizabeth. How's it going? So understanding that the more that you know about yourself, the more conscious you are, your vibration automatically is raised. Okay? The more you let go of your stuff. Sorry, guys, the furnace just came on. It's cold in here. The more that you let your stuff go, right? The more that you know what it is and let it go. Consciously let it go, right? That's what it's about, right? I know. Spirit says, because when you live in a higher conscious state, hi, Suze. When you live in a higher conscious state, right? Because you've let your stuff go. You've done some earthing. You've gone to the beach. You've sit in the sun. Just let that sun just work on you and relax you, and your body just absorbs it. Don't have a long sleeve shirt on and a pair of jeans, right? If you're a female, have a top on and have some shorts on, and that's it. If you're a guy, take the freaking shirt off. Doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter, right? About having a pair of shorts on or a pair of swim trunks or whatever it is, and you're just hanging out in the sun. Bingo. Sorry, you shouldn't have done that. Take that out of there. But you know what I mean, right? That's what it's all about. Is understanding that nourishes us. It nourishes us, right? Just like being barefooted nourishes us. Just like eating summer foods nourishes us, right? The fruits and the vegetables and just in general, the things we get in the summertime are so beneficial to us with the vitamin D and the energy from the sun and the smell of water at the beach, as long as it's not Metro Beach, right? Some place where the water's clean and beautiful, and you can hear it, you can smell it, you can feel it. Spirit just said the sand dunes in West Michigan. That is wonderful. If you want something that is like heaven, the sand dunes in West Michigan. Hi, Tom. How you doing, my friend? Right? That's what it's all about, is understanding that as you have these opportunities, as you have the ability to go and do it, right? Just, again, if you got to, West Michigan is 2 hours from 2.5 hours from Sterling Heights. It's not that far away. Day trip, and Lake Huron's only an hour away, maybe an hour and a half, right? So again, it is all about taking the initiative and going, okay, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. It's about getting outside. And again, if it's a day like today where it's dreary and 55, I don't want to be outside for a walk. Then do something good for yourself in the house. Steve Noble Guided Meditation. Connect with Source, right? Connect with the universe. Sit and talk to Spirit, right? Yeah. Spirit says, just don't let your ego talk you into being down. That's what ego does. It's there to keep you inside the rabbit hole. I know. Spirit says, he just showed me guides pulling people out of the rabbit hole, and ego, like what is that? Like black tar on the ankles of people's feet, and the guide shaking it like this, trying to get it to let go, and eventually it pops out. See, that's what it's about, right? I know. Something about the age of Aquarius, he just said. Age of Aquarius, age of Aquarius, age of Aquarius. I think we're going into it. Yeah, we already are, he says. Okay. I don't know that much about it. I have to read up about it again. I know that it's glorious fifth dimensional energy, right? So that's a bonus for all of us. Okay, so on that, he wants to talk about, people have a misconception that fourth dimensional and fifth dimensional energy is a dynamic change to the world, that everything is being reconstructed, it's not. It is a consciousness, he says, okay? It's a consciousness and a knowing that things have changed. Our sensories, oh yes. Our sensors have been updated, he says, okay? So he says all of them. Touch, taste, smell, psychic abilities, understanding more, allowing your guides to communicate with you easier. That's what it is. Lifestyle, he says, which is true. Okay? Because sometimes we get into this thing of, oh my gosh, everything's going to be destroyed, it's going to be rebuilt. No, it's going to be rebuilt from inside of us as a collective. As a collective, right? And then, and Spirit has talked about this before, where fourth dimensional energy is a change of lifestyle. It's a change of energy that the people who are conscious can understand, they accept. And that the people who stay in third dimensional energy will eventually pass away. It will not, I know. He said there will not be a mass extinction where people will be killed. No, not at all. It will be, chimes, their journey will come to an end. See? Their journey will come to an end. As we are lifted. So Sherry asked, what's the difference between fourth dimensional energy and fifth dimensional energy? So fourth dimensional energy is way lighter than 3D, right? It is lighter. It's more sensory, okay? It's transformation, Spirit says. It is taking us from an energy that we've lived in for 12,000 years, right? Our souls know exactly what it is. It's used to that. It's kind of a bridge, he says. It will not be a long fourth dimensional, there will not be long fourth dimensional years, okay, to get to fifth dimension. Fifth dimensional energy is, we are more in tune with our psychic abilities. We are more able to speak to each other without speaking, okay? When you can say, oh my gosh, I just heard so-and-so, or oh my gosh, I can hear what that person is, I can hear what that person is saying, or whatever. My mom needs me to call me, or whatever it is, right? I need to call my mom, or I'm waiting for my mom to call me, and whatever, right? That's what fifth dimensional energy is. It happens all the time, where you will not have to be face-to-face with somebody or on the phone to have a conversation, depending upon who the person is. If they're on the same level in the next, I say 10 to 15 years, you're going to be able to understand them. Yes, understand them. So my friend Tom, who is an extremely intelligent man, talks about things that I have no idea what they are yet. He says, entering into the epoch of the Rising Phoenix 2027. Okay, no idea what that is, but you may want to look that up on Google, right? Right? See? So Sherry says it's heightened awareness, consciousness versus actually using it exactly. It's going to be a life. It's going to be a totally different life than what we live now. Okay? It's the transition for Spirit says their transition will be quick. Well, for them, 10 years is quick because there is no time in Spirit, right? I've been told by other people and by just reading literature and things like that, that it will be 7 to 8 more years of the transformation. Okay, and then as we as things really start to change on the planet, and for human, we become more knowledgeable, more connected to ourselves, more connected to the universe, more connected to Spirit, right? And that has to be for us. It will be a quick change. For Spirit to be like, oh man, that happened in like a snap of a like in a snap. It's like, no, to us it doesn't really seem so. Yeah. So Dorothy says, this may seem odd. Would that be the same as when the Bible talks about the end of times rather than going to hell or, well, I don't really believe a lot of the things in the Bible because it was written by a man. It was written by men, okay? End of times is when they believe, I'm not sure because I've never read it, but from what I've gathered, it is, they believe when Jesus comes back to earth or something like that, which is not, he's already here. I mean, he's here all the time. So, hell, he comes in reading sometimes. So he's always around us. He was an apostle, and he was sent to the earth to populate the earth, like the other 3 or 4 were. Yeah. So it's just different energy. And the thing is, it's all connected. if you take away religion, if you take away the Bible, I believe that many of the things that are in the Bible, from what I've heard, from what I've kind of pieced together, all comes from spirituality. All comes from spirituality. So just a change, moving into new energy, moving into new direction. After 12,000 years of being in 3D. And if you think back, where were we 12,000 years ago? We were way back there, right? Way back there. And some things were grand, some things were not so grand. Was there people that were on the planet that were all knowing? Oh, of course there was. You know, and I've talked about them before, right? The Mayans, the Egyptians, yeah, same. All in collaboration with the universe. Yeah, all collaboration with the universe. So let me see what time it is here, guys. Okay, so there is 12 minutes left. So let me answer some questions that people may have put up here. Okay, because I hate not to. I hate to have to make them wait. So let me go back to the beginning. Amanda's has posted a lot. Okay, so Dorothy, I answered the question. I believe I did. Yes. Okay. So Sherry, so simple to talk out loud and listen to the meditations. It can be simple if I remember. It can be simple. Exactly. It's getting out of your head. It's not allowing ego to make you figure it out. Figuring it out don't work. It's not your job to figure it out. It's your job to perform. It's your job to talk out loud and make that habit, make that behavior, right? It's about doing your meditations twice a week, right? And there's time in between so your body can recalibrate itself, so it can give you more knowing, so it can activate the DNA inside your body that is there, ready to be activated. But you can't do it 2 days in a row, because guess what? You're doing nothing but wasting your time. You're taxing your body. You've got to do it. A Monday and a Thursday are the best things. Sunday and a Wednesday, right? I mean, it's something that you need to have like 2 days in between, so you can comprehend and understand the difference on how you feel, okay? Because you will definitely feel different, okay? Okay. So I think I got everybody from the top, because that was Michelle, okay? And, okay, so I'm just saying my health issues are a big, I think this is Kiki, are getting into the way. Fatigue is a hard battle. Okay. So Kiki, if you're still here, I think you are. Spirit is saying, ask the archangels for help. Okay. Ask higher beings for help with your fatigue. Okay. And is the fatigue from COVID, or is it I believe it's been with you for a while. Okay. And Spirit says, Kiki, it won't be long before you will not have to push through it. Okay? And again, guys, that's fourth dimensional energy. And fifth dimensional energy is a lot of the things that inhabit us in third dimension will be washed away and gone. Okay? So that may be what he's saying with that. Okay. So Okay, so Shay, I feel I never have enough alone time to talk out loud to Spirit. Right, and a lot of people do that. So they'll go in their car and take a drive and have a conversation if there's people in your house all the time, and go to the bathroom, right, in the shower, in the bath, whatever, right? Again, taking time out for yourself and making yourself have time to talk. If you can't talk out loud all day like I do, I'm here with the dog. So for me, I can talk all the time anyway. So I'm blessed with that, definitely. Okay. So Amanda says something like this. She says, "Try holding a book and claim that you are reading. It has helped her in the past." Good idea. Good idea. Okay. So Joyce, is it good to go through a hard time before being positive? Meaning, is it good to have a good cry and then do visualization? No, not necessarily. It isn't about the hard time would be negative to receive the positive. It's about having this much negative because you've drawn it down to having this much positive, right? Yeah. Have a good cry whenever you want to. I put on music many times on Sunday and I cry my freaking eyes out, like I did when I was a child. So there's something, I would love to have a guru that I could ask these questions to on why is it Sunday? Why? I have all these whys, And I can't get any answers from Spirit because it's not their genre, I think. I need to have somebody who's human. Yeah, yeah. So let me see what else we got here. Okay, Kimberly. Okay. Okay, so Sherry says again, yes, someone else to hear, honor my stuff, release it faster because they're not triggered by my stuff. True. Just give it up to Spirit. Trust me, they'll take it. They'll take it all from you. Just say what you got to say. Good, bad, it doesn't matter. Trust me, I've had more MF conversations with Spirit in my lifetime than I'll bet anybody else on the planet because there's a lot of them. Okay. Because they'll take everything that everything I give to them, which is fabulous. And they do that for everybody. They do that for everybody. And that's what's so important. Okay? So, okay. Okay, I got that one, got Tom. Okay. Yes, Susan, that's true. And they will not. Hey, Kaylee, how's it going? She's a new mom of 2 and in the process of a divorce. Okay. How does one find time to meditate? That's a tough one. It may not be possible if the kids are little, right? If you're a new mom with two babies, if they're twins, if they're years so apart, if you can get them down by 7 o'clock at night, right? If you have a set time for them to go to sleep and things like that, you can do that then. You can possibly do it even before you go to sleep, which is fine because it might help you to, yes. So Spirit says it might get you out of the stress state. Okay, being stressed because of the babies and life in general, if they're new, even if they're like close to like a year and a half apart, that's tough. Yeah. Okay, so Spirit says this. Even if you have like infants, right? If you can clip on an iPad or not an iPad, like your phone on your belt, your hip or something, if you can, and put buds in that are not wired, many times you can listen to things that way too. Yeah, he said sometimes you have to be ingenious to do it, but it's there. Is it easy? No, it's not easy, and they understand that. And then he says they understand your balance. They understand that you have to find your balance. He said the thing that you have to do too is ask for help. Spirit, I need you to help me. He says also this way, but also with humans, ask for help. Ask for help, which a lot of times people don't. So Elizabeth said, okay, so in the episode could use some love and light. Okay, so Elizabeth said she could use some love. She could use some love and light right now. Okay, so and I'm thinking about doing a coaching for the soul page on Facebook. Okay, where people can post what they need to post, right? And people can get responses back. All right, I think that's a pretty good thing that I'm pretty sure I'm going to do. Okay. And Amanda, that's fine, honey. Just ask questions, interact, honey. That's what I want you to do. Okay. Don't ever think anybody's going to stifle you because that's not what it's about ever. Don't let anybody shut you down ever in your life. Okay. I know Spirit says just close your mouth and walk away, which is true. Okay. Okay. So Kaylee, what do my dreams about missing clothes like shoes and tops mean? Like I'm topless in public and don't realize it. I am like that with not having any clothes on and I'm in my underwear. And I don't understand why I'm in my boxer briefs and I'm at work when I had a traditional job, right? Or I'd be on the street, walking down the street with my boxer briefs on. They could be purple, green, flowers, whatever, right? Thinking, oh my God, I don't have any pants on. Exposure, okay? Letting yourself be exposed for who you are. Being your true self, Spirit says. That's what that's about. Right? That is your subconscious trying to get you to go, okay, what am I hiding? I'm not being my true self. So in your dreams, it's stripping you of everything, right? Then you go, oh my God, I don't have a top on. Oh my God, I don't have any pants on. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's what it is. Your subconscious is trying to get you to. Yeah. What is the dreams but missing clothes? That's what it is. Yep. Is that they're taking pieces away so you'll expose yourself, so that you will be true. Be true to yourself. That's what it's about, exposing yourself. Okay. Hi, Takesha. Even if you take a couple minutes at a time throughout the day, add it to a minute. Exactly. It's about just, again, great comments, guys. Because Kimberly says, take 15 minutes when they're doing their nap time. True. Okay. It's about, you'd be amazed, but it's about getting your balance and asking for help and not allowing every situation to get in the way, which can happen, okay? So Elizabeth says, does Spirit have any ideas what's causing this depression? Okay, so depression is anger, suppressed disappointment, and it's ego. Ego has a lot to do with it. Also, the chemical imbalance in your mind. I mean, I take Wellbutrin every day. Do I still need to do it? Probably not, but what the hell, I still do because it's not that big a deal. So I just do it. It doesn't affect me, but it affects me in a really good way. So when I'm in that space, hang on, I lost you. Where'd you go? So Elizabeth, it's about meditation, letting stuff go. Spirit, you need to help me. Do things that make you happy. Take a walk, go to the beach, right? Because you live in Cali, I think. So again, and getting out of your head, Spirit says, he didn't say that, he put an F in there, right? Get out of your effing head. Get out of your effing head. Sadness. Trust me, the last 6 weeks I have not felt like this probably in a decade, okay? Where just, 5 weeks ago, it was like, oh my God, I just feel, God, I just want to roll up in a ball and just kind of, roll up in a corner, right? And that's what that is whenever you have depression, whenever you have that sinking feeling, whenever that means transformation. That means then you're going to come out of that like Spirit, like a freaking rocket and rocket to the universe. That's what that is. It's transformation. They can't just make things happen. They have to bring us down to make us be conscious, right? Go, okay, what is this? Why is this going on? What am I sad about? What am I angry about? What am I disturbed about? What is it? Well, I don't really know. Bingo. Talk. Guided meditations, all kinds of stuff like that. Yep. Been there, done that. Spirit, what the, right? Yep. And not getting tied up in being conscious and going, oh, no, we're not doing that. We're going to take a walk instead. Not going to sit on the couch. We're going to take a walk instead. We're going to get in the car and drive someplace, right? Whatever you have to do, for a distraction, but to allow yourself to get out of that energy that is in your house or whatever, okay? I know you have, Elizabeth. I know you have. That's what it's all about. So Spirit has said, so stop working so hard on your transformation. Let it happen. Because that Spirit is telling me that's probably what it is. The depression is not happening on your timeline. And there is no timeline in Spirit. I'm still sitting in Sterling Heights, Michigan after 3.5 years of being told I'm going to live in Hawaii in this beautiful house on the Pacific Ocean. Well, I didn't know it was going to take 3.5 years. Right? Exactly. Okay, so so what time is that? Because I got a couple more. I'm over. Okay, so Sherry, I'm having an idea that money will come to me in same package as a man. It'll be your money, and he'll come later. He'll come. Yeah. Spirit is saying the money has to come first for you, and he says also you're expecting. You got to up your idea of what you want in a man. Okay? Definitely. Okay, so I think I got everybody. Okay, guys. Whew, that was a fast hour, right? So thank you for watching Coaching for the Soul, Thursday at 3. Like I said, I'm probably going to make a Coaching for the Soul Facebook page, okay, for people just to go on. I think it's going to be private, you guys. I don't think I want everybody in the world to be seeing what we're talking about, okay? So when that happens, I'll let you guys know. Number 2, get on my email list at billhobart.com, okay? Because I'm going to start giving away readings once a week, okay? Either 15-minute or 30-minute readings once a week. And it's going to be drawn from people who are on my email list, okay? And go on again, I'm going to do the same thing on YouTube. Go on YouTube and subscribe to the channel, okay? Because the woman that takes care of my web stuff, right? We can pull those names off, guys, of the people that are, I think there's 106 people now that have subscribed to the channel. Well, if I give away a 30-minute reading a week, that's $65 for free. And I may do it for both, right? I may do it for YouTube, and somebody popped on, good. Joyce did, thank you. It's either going to be on the email, yes, Grace, you do, on the email list or on the YouTube subscription, okay? And then we'll have a little Coaching for the Soul Facebook page, okay? I'm also working on programs, beginners, intermediate, and advanced for what I teach, for what I know, for what I do every day, to help people understand how to clear themselves, how to talk out loud, how to do the meditations, how to make time, all those kinds of things. So I'm working on the videos now, okay? And there's going to be a whole package put out. I'm hoping by the sometime in June, probably by the end of June, we'll have the program together, and we'll start to offer it. I'm not sure what the time frame. I think it's going to be it's going to be a 5-week period. Not sure of all the details. Not sure what the price is going to be. But I'll try to make it as affordable as possible so everybody can join. Okay, and go through their journeys. So like my Facebook or like like my email, billhobart.com, and get on the email list. Okay, go to YouTube at Bill Hobart, right? Or just go onto YouTube and just punch in Bill Hobart. It'll pop up. Subscribe to the channel. Like my videos, please. Just go through and like them, okay? Really trying to make sure that that people know what's available to them. That's the key, okay? Is letting them know what's available. Because when I run specials, it's only going to be for people who are on the email list. Okay, it's not going to be for the general public anymore. It's going to be only for the people who follow me on Facebook and follow me on YouTube and Instagram. That's it. I'm not going to do it for the general public at all anymore. That's guided from Spirit. Okay, to give you guys the benefit of following me. Okay, and the free readings. Okay, so yeah. So that's pretty exciting. I'm pretty geeked up about it. Again, Taurian energy, guys. This just came to me like 2 weeks ago. Spirit's like, so we need to blah, 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 blah. I'm like, wait a minute. We got to slow this down because I got to pay attention. Yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. Namaste. I will see you next Thursday at 3 for Coaching for the Soul.